I think he has arrived at a huge football club in Manchester United and has been surpassed in terms of the other players. I think Cunha has been more influential than he has. I think Mbeumo as well has done better for Manchester United than Šeško, which maybe helps him because he's not the main man. Other players are doing better than him. I think his time will come. I think he's still a young player. He's adjusting to a huge football club at United. But in terms of having that ability to think, when he has a chance, do you fancy him? He doesn't have that at the moment. I'm sure the goals will come for him. How many? I think when he arrived, I never saw him as a prolific striker anyway. But I think he will contribute with goals. But I look at the other signings they've made in attack and think maybe they've done a little bit more than Šeško has at this moment. I mean, the big game at Anfield, they got the win. They didn't even start the game. So you're thinking the big games.
Yes.
And if you are the main man, you start those games. So he wasn't even starting that game.
We were at the weekend. Spurs and Manchester United. Legitimacy of both of them, top 4 aspirations.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
True. I've got to be honest. I'm going to sit here right now. I don't think they'll finish top 4.
Neither.
No, I don't.
Who's got the better chance out of the two?
Oh, dear me.
It's got to be United, though, with no European football, isn't it? I just mean that alone.
See, getting back to the goalkeeper situation as well, we're talking about Donnarumma.
He's good. Lineman's, isn't he?
I can see a difference in United because all of a sudden they've got somebody behind them. No, he's all right.
He made 2 big saves in that game, didn't he?
And he'll make a few saves.
Hey, and by the way, if he was stood 5 yards to his left and the ball went under his foot after 10 seconds, we'd be having a different conversation.
Yeah, true. And he recovered well, though, didn't he?
Yeah. But you're right. Plus the fact as well, you and I were speaking about it, I look at United and I look at the signings, particularly Cunha and Mbeumo, and I just think they're comfortable. I think they can handle it. I think they can. You know, there's been that many players with United recently haven't been able to handle it. Whether it's Anthony, Højlund and boys like that, Sancho, they can't handle it. I think I look at those two, they can handle it. 1
game a week on the training pitch.
Yeah.
I think United will be right there in around top 4 for sure.
I'm not sure, but we've a word on Tottenham.
Absolutely.
Right? Because they won the Europa League last year. They finished 15th or 16th. Sacked the manager. Thomas Frank's come in and done a great job. And I know the home form's not been good, but the fans were already murmurings. I'm like, what more do you want from Thomas Frank? I think he's coming. That group was on the floor last year. Yeah. They won that league more. They won the Europa League more by default. Yeah. When you think about the new, there was no Champions League players coming. I don't want to take anything away from Tottenham players who won it because it's a big achievement. But they finished there. Thomas Frank's got them. I think if they won at the weekend, they're
second. It would have been second before City played. I mean, obviously it would have settled itself down.
That's why football's mad.
Just one on Tottenham. I've got to be quick, so I've got to move to the bottom. We're going to run out of time. But just Xavi Simons, at the minute, he's trying to get him into the team. When we've seen Spurs play, when he plays the 3 in midfield, they look more balanced. When he plays Xavi Simons, it looks like there's a bit of a disconnect. How's he going to solve that?
He's the same position as Wirtz in the technical player, not as physical. It's going to take them time to get up to speed. Wirtz can be dripped in and here and there at Liverpool because they've got other quality. Xavi Simons, when Tottenham pays 70 million for it, you've got to do it from the off. And the fans are worried. Listen, I think he'll come good, but he's going to need time. So you just hope the fans don't turn on him.
The one thing I'd say is Solanke, Kulusevski, Maddison. Those boys come back, they all start, and Tottenham are a different team completely. I think the goalkeeper in the back 4 are super solid, but I do think they're missing a bit of creativity.
Just give us an insight into what it's like to go into a club the size of Manchester United, and what kind of mentality do you need to succeed?
Tough mentality, put it that way. See, when I joined Manchester United many years ago, people always used to talk about Old Trafford was a graveyard for number 9. It's not the easiest place to go, score goals and be involved in a winning team. And I mean, all I say when anyone goes to Manchester United now is go there and enjoy it. Try and express yourself as much as possible. I know they're going through a tough time at the moment. Everyone talks about goals. You always need goals to win football matches, but sometimes when you're at such a big club as Manchester United, it's not as easy as people make it out to be. You've got to have that right kind of mindset. You've got to have a little bit of luck as well. Try and hit the ground running, and when you're in good form, take those opportunities that come your way. When you're at Manchester United, there's no weekends off. Sometimes, if you play for a lesser team, not being disrespectful, you might be able to play well one week and then next week have the weekend off. When you play for Manchester United, there's no weekends off. Everyone wants to beat Manchester United. And I think the time and era that I played in, That's what we revelled in. I think that's what brought the best out of us week in, week out, because we knew everyone wanted to beat us and we was always up for that challenge.
Šeško in particular has come from abroad, still a young player. For somebody like him, is patience the key?
Yeah, definitely. Coming to England anyway, and coming to the Premier League is totally different to any league. But come to Manchester United and trying to make it at Manchester United number 9, there's going to be massive expectations on you. It could become daunting, of course it could be. But you just got to go out there, you've got to do your own thing, keep working hard and continue to do what got you to move in the first place.
Ruben Amorim has just had his 1-year anniversary and things are looking very positive.
Yeah. Everyone's happy for him, you know. I think managing a club like Manchester United at such a young age as well, it's never going to be easy. Obviously, they're not challenging for major honours as well, and needing a manager that can try and get them back to being involved in competing for major honours. So yeah, it's been tough for him, but you know, he's persevered and he's continuing.
One of the other big moves this summer, Alexander Isak from Newcastle to Liverpool. You did a similar move in leaving Newcastle to take a step up to a bigger club. How challenging is that?
Yeah, it's always challenging. And I think that's why as players you want to make those decisions. I think when you believe that you're moving to a club who can win the Premier League, you know, compete in the Champions League and all major runners, you've got to understand, yeah, Prospect's going to go, you're going to go there, it's going to take a little bit of time, but you will understand why you went there in the end. So in Isak's case, you know, it's been a tough start for him. The way the deal's gone about as well. People can look at that and say, well, we should have done this, we should have done that. But what's happened's happened. All he's got to do now is just get his head down, keep working, and fingers crossed it works out for him.
Do you think it will, given his attributes and the way that he performed at Newcastle?
Yeah, you don't become a bad player overnight. It might take him a little bit of time, you know. Newcastle, he was the main guy up front. You go into Liverpool now, you're not the main guy up front anymore.
Because you experienced that as well?
Yeah, 100%. You know, and you're playing in a different team that play a totally different way. You know, once he understands that, he gets himself up to fitness, it will turn around for him.
What about his replacement at Newcastle, Nick Bolton-Marder? Do you think he will fit in at Newcastle long term? We've seen flashes of what he's capable of already.
I think so, yeah. If you look at what he's done now, I don't think anyone could have expected that of him. He's an individual that wants to come and get involved in the play, link play and all that. But he's had such a good start, scoring goals as well. You know, that's a big plus in itself. For what he is, his size, he's tall, he's gangly, he's got a real good first touch. He likes to bring players into play, gets himself in the box and that.
Gyökeres has gone into Arsenal in the summer. Is he the missing piece that wins them the title?
Only time will tell. Arsenal have never had that type of centre forward. You know, they've always kind of like an individual who gets in the box, scores goals. Gyökeres is a different guy. He runs from deep, runs into the channels, which the modern day football, you don't see that from centre forwards anymore. You know, he's prepared to do that kind of work. So we'll have to wait and see if he is the guy that Arsenal have been searching for, to score them goals for them in the Premier League.
When you watch games, do you see pretty quickly with strikers whether there's a top player in that? Are you looking at maybe things that other people don't pick up? And
yeah, of course I am, because I watch the game from obviously where I see it from. You know, the way I used to play, and if I was playing now, the areas I would try and get myself in. When I was playing, I would always try to work on the opposite to what a centre-half wanted. Centre-half wants to push up the pitch, not a problem, I want to run in behind. If the centre-half wants to drop off, I ain't got a problem, I'll get it to my feet. So you just got to try and mix it up. So yeah, when I watch the game, there's certain things I look for in centre-forward, certain attributes and that, and turns and I say, well, okay, he'll possibly score goals, he might struggle to score goals, but that's just my opinion.